Yeah, it started with beer, honestly. In 2023, I won a year's supply of free beer, and I didn't want to drink all this beer to myself, so I decided to share with friends. And I messaged my friend Anna and I said, "Hey, do you like beer?" And the response I got was, "No, not really, and I'm also pregnant." So I was like, "Oh." At the time, I had like muted like everyone on Instagram, so I didn't see any of her updates about it. So I asked, "Oh, when are you due?" And she said, December 20th. And we were in September, and I was like, "Oh, you're like relatively far along." So I had bought a camera at the beginning of 2023, a film camera, and I was doing a lot of street photography, taking portraits of friends, family from time to time. Around that time, I was like really interested in doing portraits and was like going to events and wanting to photograph more people. So I said to my friend, I was like, "Hey, I'll come around before you have the baby, take some photos, and I'll come back when she's born and I'll take some more photos." So that's what I did. That's how I started. It was very much a me just come around with my camera, take a few photos for a friend, and that's the same vibe, same energy, same thing that I do now with clients. So yeah, those photos that I took are still some of my favorites. They still fit nicely in my portfolio. I did miss focus on a few of them, but it was fun. It was relaxed. It was a friend. So that's how it started, and that's the same energy, the same style that I bring to all of my newborn maternity shoots. Is just me, camera, few rolls of film, and keeping it as relaxed and easy going as possible. And I think that naturalness, the style, the vibe comes across in my photos. Yeah, so she posted the photos on Instagram, and some people saw them and said, "Wow, these are really nice. Can you do one for me?" And I was like, "I guess." So I decided to build it out. I was like, this was fun. The joy, the happiness that people get from photos is something that like makes me feel good. Is when I send them a photo or family photos specifically, and they're like they get a lot of joy out of that. Like it feels good. For me also. So yeah, that's how it started. I don't think my photos are perfect, and they're not supposed to be either. They're very much supposed to give a vibe of like, yeah, just someone came around and took some photos, like he was a family friend, and that was how it started, and that's what I try and bring is just be there with my camera, take some photos. I do give some direction and recreate some moments and here and there, but I think the best photos or my favorite photos always come out of just me capturing people as they are in their own space. And that's why I love in home photography, because it's where there's more character, there's more depth, there's more feeling and emotion as to an attachment to the place. And that's why I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's the story of how I started, and it's how I plan on continuing, is turning up with my camera with some film, few lenses, and yeah, that's it really. That answers the question of how I got started.